Hello, friends. I hope you all are doing very fine in your life. Today, I will discuss a very practical thing. Let me tell you one thing. In all my videos, whatever I try to put across, that has been my own experience. Whatever I have gone through myself and what I could gather, which may be of some use to you. My whole point is simply to share that with you, and then you are free to take your own call. It may be of some value in your decision making process. So today, the heading might shock you, but actually this is meant to be a shocker, because see, IAS, well, it sounds so good, after your name, but what mostly remains hidden among the glitz and glamour is that out of a handful of, say, 100 or 120 or 150 IAS officers, and I'm talking about IAS proper and not taking into account the allied services officers. I guess more than 5 or 6 lakhs candidates, or even more than that, attempt these examinations everywhere. So from there, a handful of candidates get into IAS proper. So what happens to the rest of the candidates? Actually, they fall into a very horrible vicious cycle, and currently the cycle has been extended by another 2 years. Earlier it was 4 attempts, so I mean, even taking crude estimate of just 4 years of your life was being devoted towards this preparation. Now it has been extended to 6 years. So just imagine 6 years of your prime youth, and most unfortunately, if you happen to be on the wrong side of non-selection, what benefit does it to your life? Once you are exhausted after all your attempts, it simply destroys you. It does nothing. So my humble submission is that please take a call and don't look at 6 attempts or 6 years or 7 years time span. Rather, the job which should have been done by the government, you do it in your own benefit. That make it at most 3 attempts. I wouldn't even suggest that. I would try to limit it to 2 attempts, because 1 is okay, fine. There may be some ifs and buts here and there. Even though the number of first attempts have increased, and it's always great to crack the exam in the very first attempt, simply because you are full of energy and everything is flowing in your favor. So that is the best time, and in fact every aspirant should always try to clear the exam in its very first attempt, rather than looking at the broader time span, because that makes you a bit lethargic in your full devotion, which is not at all desirable. So even forget the 6 attempts. My humble suggestion is that there is no point in destroying your life, destroying your youth. There are much better things than just an IAS, and these days the amount of effort, the amount of labor, the amount of pain you have to undertake while being in government service. And again, I say you, because I myself am a central government gazetted officer. So the effort which you have to undertake while being in service, and the amount which you get as your remuneration or as your salary, there is much mismatch, and I'm afraid there might be a sense of disillusionment also for you young candidates, because after putting so much at stake, even if you get into service, and when you see the reality, you might not be too much happy. So I humbly request to all my young friends that please take a call, and there are much better things to do in life. Right now we have a lot of career opportunities. Earlier, actually, one more thing I would like to add here, that say earlier, before liberalization, or 20 or 30 years back, even for IITs or IIMs, or even medical professionals, or professionals from, say, chartered accountants or cost accountants, there was not much option in private sector. There were not multiple avenues open, so they also had no choice before them rather than going for the civil services. But nowadays that scenario had changed a lot. Every capable person has innumerable number of options before him or his, to satisfy his professional urge, as well as to give back to society, for which most of the people like to go to civil services. So please take a judicious call and don't waste your time. Otherwise, that will be a very bad thing to happen, that even if after you get the IAS, and once you join the service, and then you realize that it wasn't worth it. So please use your brain. Thank you. Have a great day.